Okay, hello and welcome back. So today I have this, which is the Jupiter 21M in front of me right here. Let me go focus onto this guy. Today I'm filming with the Zenitar 16mm f2.8 because I just sent the Tokina back. The Tokina 17mm 3.5. I'm working on getting another manual focus wide lens, at least at 24mm, yeah, because this thing's a bit too wide. You can probably see me, and this is also bothering my feet, because this is there's one tripod foot over here under the table, yeah, because I use a Manfrotto 055, a vintage 055, which is really big, and yeah, that's why. Also, I'm gonna go charge my batteries first, for in case this battery dies, yeah. The Nikon Z6 likes to drain batteries like there's no tomorrow, yeah, so you really do have to stock on batteries. Let's plug this thing in first. Okay, so this morning I woke up and I had the choice. Behind door 1, take some product photos and be productive, sell stuff. Under door number 2, open this thing up. This is the Jupiter 21M, and let me tell you, this thing's really heavy as heck. It has Fungi in my unit, yeah, and what I'm gonna do is I wanna fix this guy. So to do that, you wanna first open this guy up, and the Fungi is, let me go check where the Fungi is. I actually forgot. I got this thing a few days ago, maybe last week I think, yeah. Like 2 weeks ago I think I got this thing and had Fungi, but I didn't have the Nikon Z6 to record the CLA, yeah, so then I didn't do it. Also, I heard of the mod which you fix the plate over here. Also, this thing has a broken a bent pin right here, yeah, the AFMF switch. I mean the AM switch. So if an A, it will still stop down. See? That is because of the fact that the pin is bent. The pin was bent, yeah. And I smacked the lens on the table to push the pin in. I thought that the cylinder thingy would make the pin straighten up, but instead I think it did this. So the pin's bent, it's like this, yeah. I smacked it on the table and it does this. So it just gets jammed like a small, a W shape, I mean a V shape essentially, in a cylinder. That's pretty shit, so we're gonna have to fix that also. For the optics, I think this thing should be fixable. Let's see. First I'm gonna go start off from the back, I think, yeah, because the back is where I see the most problems. The front also has a hood, which is quite cool, I'd say, but coolness is after repairability, yeah, so I'm gonna have to repair this guy first. So for this, I'm gonna take my screwdrivers, and I'm gonna also take what else? Nothing. I think that should be it. So let's go push the camera over here. Okay. Then for this thing, you wanna make sure that you can open the, wait, how the fuck is this guy not straight with this thing when this is supposed to line up? I'm not sure, but let's just see. So I'm gonna open this guy up first. The problem here is that this red thing is not aligned with the AM, so yeah. So I'm gonna have to find a way to align those things. Not sure what the fuck happened there. Now let's take vessels. I mean take the rapids. The rapids are better than the vessels. Then let's push this guy in. Where's the lighting? Oh wait, I forgot my room lights on. Push this guy in. Hope that doesn't ship. Come on, come on, come on. Come out. Yes, good. Number 2. It's only 2 screws. Yeah, it's only 2 screws. Okay, so that should lessen the chance of me stripping screws. Number 2 came out quite well also, which is quite nice. For this, I've heard that we also have an article on the screen, yeah, right here. Yeah. So if you're watching at home, I'm reading this MF Lenses which was thing. Somebody posted this article thingy about his Jupiter 21M, and from this, let's just keep the screen on, I think, yeah, because I'm also gonna be not very familiar with this lens. So you're gonna unscrew this guy essentially. This thing can screw in. How many more times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 turns before the front. You want to put this thing in. Okay, understood. So 4 turns before it hits the front. 4 turns before it hits the front. I think one of these things are still a bit too deep. Might be this one. Either that or there's some dust in the threads, yeah. Watch it. Oh shit, look at this. This thing is gonna go to cleaning with soap and water. Then let's see what else I can do. The optics over there. So how do I clean this thing up? For this I shall check the MF lenses post. So you open the screw up, you take that ring out, then you can see this guy. You can pull out the rear housing with the camera mount and MA mechanism. No need to take note about the position. How the fuck do you do that? You pull it out. Here, actually pull it out, man. How the fuck do you pull this thing out? Let's see. Unscrew the rear cover. Okay, that's unscrewed. Then lens with the cover off, picture 4. And then you can just pull the thing out. Check. I'm fucking pulling, man, and it's not coming out. What the fuck? This is something else. This ring wasn't pushing that thing in, so I don't think it's supposed to be a pull out thingy. Let's take my torch, yeah. My torch. These things are all black though, I remember, yeah. So let me check the year of this guy's lens. Mine is a 98. This guy's is a... It's an 83, this guy's. So it might be a different construction, yeah, with the newer one. But it seems to be pretty much the same. This guy's is made in like Valday, I think, I'm not sure. Mine is made in... This thing is... What do you call this thing? Lazuz. So these are not the same plant, but let's see how this thing works. This and this. They are quite similar but not identical. This arm on his unit was not. Wait, let's see. So that small nibble thingy is supposed to be out. I'm not sure. How then will I be able to open this thing up? That, and then there is... I think it's to do with this, like... what you call this thing? This arm thingy. So it's supposed to be sort of in the middle, whereas mine is in the side. So I think that has to do because I smacked the thing to the middle. Yeah. But I'm not sure of how the heck you can pull this thing back out. Cause it took quite a lot of force to smack the thing down. And if you're trying to smack the thing back up, I'm gonna say it's pretty hard. Let's try moving this guy to M mode. In M and A. What gives then? Let's see. M A M A. Both modes move the aperture. This is the aperture rod. This is free floating. This should in theory open up. Let's see. What is holding this thing in? I think this rod sort of held in by something. But this also might be the thing is seized. Yes, let's try and pry this guy up if I can. Wait, let's use a bigger screwdriver because this is a bit small. Bigger ones are over here. These are basically these sets, but I mean these are essentially these, but this thing's an older set with slotted ones up to the larger size. This thing has plus heads, like Philips. So let us see if I can like pry this guy up. It doesn't seem like it's possible, but let's try and try again. No? Voila. Little shit. Can I not wiggle this thing apart? The thing's wiggleable, see? But it's not coming out. I think it's because this thing being stuck inside. Let's see if the pin will follow when you pull this thing out. Pull this thing with like a rod thingy out. So the rod doesn't follow the part out. And the rod mine's over here. Maybe you wanna like push this rod over here, no? Switch this guy to A. F22. Try play with this thing. Now this thing's out, see? I managed to pull that thing out. Let's see if this thing just pulled out. It's still not coming out. So what this thing does is if you press this thing down, yeah, it will move this gray thing right here. And so if you smack it till it sticks, it'll stick there until you like use something to hit it and it'll just jump out. This is held in by this. And this does this. How the absolute fuck do you open this thing up? There are some grub screws. And the grub screws go into this housing. I think you have to take the grub screw out to take the housing out. I believe that is how you take it out. Let's see if I can like clean the edge. Then you could take some gasoline, yeah. Okay, after we clean the edge, I'm gonna make a mark, which then coincides with the mark on the top housing. And hopefully we can mark where I should put this thing back for in case I need to use a marker. Because I'm not gonna go in here unless it's like close this thing up, okay. Then try clean this thing up. Okay, nice. Then let us see. If this thing's one single part, is that possible? Oh yeah, it actually is possible. So I think it is held in by these grub screws. And what the fuck, man? So you hold such a huge lens in with 3 small grub screws. Wow. It's not even 3, I think, man. One is gone. Holy shit. Let's try cleaning these holes and see if there are screws in them. There's one. Seems like there's one here. Problem is there's 2 holes and the top ones have like small grub screws in them. This thing doesn't seem like it has a screw in it. Let's see. Yeah, this one's empty, man. So A and M and the markings are on here. Grub screws are on the one here and the one here. This thing in the middle, the top one, is empty for some reason. So yeah, then let's clean the top one because I need to clean it first. And then now let us open the grub screws up. So this goes in here, this goes in here. Then now you want to mark this thing first before you actually do anything. So you want to take a screwdriver, mark and mark. That's not perfectly straight mark, but it at least is a mark, which can help a ton. There's not a scratch on the barrel, yeah, so it's only one like small dimple scratch over here, and that's from my tool. There you go. Gotta put an X for in case I forget. Okay, got the X. Now let us remove the small grub screws. This thing you might want to remove fully maybe. Actually I don't think you want to do that, so you want to find this. And you want to put the grub screws for in case you want to open them fully, yeah. They're in the top. There's like two holes in here, yeah. One on the top, one on the bottom. They're in the top one. The bottom one's empty. Seems like this is a bit smaller than 1 mil. Or it's just tight. Yeah, it's tight. Okay, nice. Should work. And then the other side. Yeah, I think they're actually smaller than 1 mil. They're probably 0.9. 0.9 I have in this set. Okay. Out then they should just come out. It's wiggling, but it's not coming out. See what this guy did. You have this arm. You have this thing. Did he take those screws out? Yeah, I think he did. So I think he took these two screws out for some reason. Let's go screw this ring back in, so I don't miss anything, and then let's try pull the two screws on the top out. Put these two back in. One. Okay, nice. Then let's try opening these. These, let me take my... I have so many screwdriver sets. I like the Xiaomi Rihamos, and so I'm gonna use this guy because I have like a 1.5 bit, which I think will fit. Even a 2 mil bit, I think will fit. Let's see. If these things are a bit cheaper, I'd modify the 1.5 into 1 mil, because this is a nice set. The only thing you cannot do is if you need to go deep, these are thin, they have like 1 mil all the way around. This thing is like 1 mil, then just, 1.5 or 2 or 3, and just fat. So this thing will sometimes still be more useful than this guy. But for most cases, this is actually a nice screwdriver. So even if you're not into lenses, I would recommend this. This, open up. Yes, nice. This guy's also magnetic, so you can like suck things up. These screws are non-magnetic, I see. What they are. So just now it's just stuck to the barrel. These are not very tight, so after you loosen the thing up, I think you can like pull this guy out. Let's see. Let's push the arm out. I think the arm's not supposed to follow, because if you see this thing, yeah, the arm was... Oh shit, man. The arm is supposed to stick in there. Okay. So there's an ant over here. Let's fuck off, you ant. So this arm is supposed to come out with the body. So I was wrong. Let's try and push the arm back in, and then screw the screws back into there, yeah. Okay. And this is gonna be easier said than done. Fuck. Should be okay. Let's in. Okay. So for some reason this is not working out that well. Gonna screw this thing back in, this little arm. And be really careful when you're handling this thing, man. You can easily dent the front, I think, because of how heavy this lens is. Okay, so what now? This is the part he has. And how the fuck do you just easily pull this thing out? Maybe it's something to do with the aperture, yeah. So let's see. There's this arm coming off there. Well, if you try pulling this thing out, what will you see? Let's see. How the heck do you put this torch here? That's my torch holder for now. That's a bit too short. Okay. This arm is supposed to go into How do I not understand this lens? This cover holds back the arm thingy. This is the arm. This is where the arm sits inside of the small bracket. It then goes into this way. It goes here, and then it should pivot here, like this, and then this thing has a hook. Where's this hook go? It goes in there. I'm not sure how the heck you can open this thing. Where do these screws go then? This... maybe, just maybe, you wanna fully unscrew those, like those screws on the side. I'm genuinely tired and I'm not sure what the fuck I should do, yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. Find the side screws, okay. Fuck you, little lens. Let's see then if I can just open the optic, because that is the most important bit, yeah. Opening the optic. I probably can, but let's see. Yeah, I can sure open the optic, but I'm not sure if I can put the optic back in. Because it's so deep. Oh no, I can't, because the size of this tool is they're gonna bother this. So I'm probably gonna stop this video and I'm gonna come back when I can actually fix this thing. Bye bye. Okay, after a deeper dig into the web, I found this article on Pentax forums. So in this article, they say that you have this ring, and this is it's like a threaded lock ring essentially. So let's try and yes. So what you want to do is do what I did just now, which is unscrew the two side screws over here. Your lens should have 3, but this thing only has 2 for some reason. But those are not structural parts, which I thought they were, yeah. So I thought like those 2 screws were holding in the whole 1 kilogram lens, but they didn't. So they're only holding this ring in place, this like purplish black ring that I'm holding right now, that I'm spinning, yeah. This thing was held in place by those 2, like held from spinning. And this has a thread which is holding the back thingy in. Let's see. So this thing is gonna go in, like right before the max. You wanna unscrew it by a little bit until it hits like a small click, or where I marked the lens itself. Now let's unscrew this guy. And hopefully it'll really be that easy. Unscrewing, come on, fall off. Fall off of me, come on. Yes, it's working. Yes, this ring is out. So then you wanna probably put these grub screws inside of this ring. There you go. 2 of them, yeah. Then this should just fall out. Yes. Oh shit, man. And then this thing should come somewhere else, but I'm not sure where the fuck this thing goes. Then you have like a ton of shit over here, like this spider web. Disgusting as heck, yeah. Then let's put this thing over here. Sounds like a cowbell. And then you have this guy. Let's just which was thing? Jupiter 21M. This is optical diagram. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, so the rear one is concave, yeah. And that's why it's concave over here. I thought like somebody put this thing upside down. So then let us sit back on the chair and take a lens wrench. This guy over here. This one I got second hand. This lens wrench. They're not very expensive, but I just didn't feel like spending the money on a new one, so I waited for someone to post the second hand one. And here we are with a second hand lens wrench. It's not like the guy's a repairman anyway. So if you actually repair stuff, you'll never sell your tools. Like me, look at this, yeah, all of this stuff. All my tools either break or stay with me forever. And if you don't fix stuff, you sell your tools. Because that's how I see that this thing is... I mean, that's how I tell that this thing was not from somebody that was a repairman or something like that, yeah. Because this is a useful tool. And to sell something this useful... What the heck just happened now? But I didn't scratch the optic. I just like went down here and hit this thing right here. Heck, so I think this is like nearly out. That's not focused. Lucky I didn't scratch the optic, man. I only like hit the bottom of the ring. Like, look at this. Let me show you how lucky I was. Let's pull this guy out by hand. Oh, this thing's like in a retaining group thingy, yeah. So I slipped this side, hit the metal, and this only got hit like up to where? Like got right up to there, but I did hit optic. No shit, man, I've got to crack my lens. Okay. There is some haze and some scratching over here, yeah, but then that I'm gonna clean up later. So this is the rear bit. You can see the aperture, how big of an aperture that is, man. See? Okay, oh yeah, see, it's working. So that's a fucking crazy aperture, man. It's so big. But then it has some oil, so because it has some oil, I'm gonna have to go clean that thing up later. This AM switch is smooth, this thing is smooth, so what I have to do next, I have to basically clean this whole thing up. A? What does A do? A allows this thing to move, no? Not sure, but okay, A does this. It's still light to turn, but I do want to change the what you call this thing? I do want to change the I do want to clean the aperture plates. So first I'm gonna go clean this optic. Yeah, gonna go wash this guy and then I'm gonna go come back. Bye bye. Okay, I'm back. So here I'm done with the what you call this thing? With the optic. I also clean this guy and this guy. This guy is not clean because I can just wipe this thing on my pants, I think, and it should be okay. This thing is not a very hard job to do, just wipe it off. These things do need a bit more attention because they have like grub screws and stuff. And then let's put this guy back. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this thing back together again. While I was cleaning this thing, I also made this thing work. This little pin essentially, yeah. I straightened this thing out. Just enough that it works, but not too much that I might risk breaking it, see? So without that much force, I can just push this thing back. Which is nice. Okay, so next, I wanna make sure this thing's clean. You wanna make this thing as clean as possible, yeah, because you wanna treat this rear element like an internal element because of how deep this thing is inside the lens. If this thing's dirty, you're gonna have to take this thing all apart before you can clean this thing good. Now let us put this thing on its face. Put this like spacer ring over here. And then squish this thing in. This thing should go into this part right here, but I'm not sure how it mounts. I assume it does this, but I'm not 100% on this idea. Well, I think now I understand how it works. So I think this thing should go on the side of this, yeah, like this. Then this just catches onto some pin on the side, whilst this thing has to go into this small groove right here. All at the same time, you also want to find the spot that it doesn't hit the like aperture pin inside. And this should all work nicely if I'm correct. I want to test this before I put the optic in because I'm gonna make a lot of dust with this, yeah, because of how dirty the lens is, and I do not want to put dust into the optic I just cleaned. The fuck, man? I think this is how. Just want to make sure it goes in. Not yet. Ah. Wait, so for example, you have A mode, you wanna push this into F22. You want this guy to push. When this guy is pushed in, pushes this thing over here. I think it wants to like kick it, so do this and then push this thing in maybe. Let's see. Then once you press this, nice. It works okay, nice. So let's just clean the lip, clean the threads, clean this bit, and we can put the optic back in. Then make sure these are tight and screw it hard. Nice. There was haze and now there's no more haze anymore inside there, which is the best outcome you can find. Then let's close this guy. Okay. Then put this ring back on. You want to thread this thing to the end there. To the end, and then back it up by a bit. Right here. Okay. Then you want to put the screws into this. Is not going to be full. This and this is going to have a screw. So, sorry that I kicked the tripod leg. Gonna take this one guy right here. Okay. Do not screw it fully in, yeah, until you have the second screw also in, and that's when you can start tightening the thing down. Just the head of this screw. This might be it. Okay, then let's cut this torch. Okay, then you want to make sure this thing is on the mark. You want to pull this thing out slightly. Wiggle it till it fits in the groove perfectly, yeah? Then you can tighten this thing down fully this time. Okay, this guy's strong. Now let's put this guy back in. This thing should be 4 turns from the end. Okay. Fuck you. There you go. Screw it down. This is the end. You want to screw it 1, 2, 3, and 4. There you go. Now I think they go into the lower holes. You might wanna just try and open this one screw to check if it really does go in the small holes in the bottom. Not sure. You can usually use this thing as a probe, yeah. So just like push it in and then set this guy to A mode. Okay. Push screwdriver in. What else is in? Do this. And if there is something, it's gonna stick. No? Not sticking. There must be something, man. Let's try using a torch. There's only thread. Maybe screw a bit deeper to actually find the screw holes. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to go in the holes, they're just gonna stick randomly. So this is 1 turn, 2, 3, and 4. Align this thing with the A. M, A. Centered. Okay. Now let's take the 1mm bit. Okay, that's in. Second screw. Done. The back optic is clean. There's still some fungi in the front and the middle group, so let me continue with that part. Now, gonna close this thing, yeah. Wipe all this shit out. Then let us focus on the front. The focus is quite heavy, but it actually is smooth. So I think I'm not supposed to re-loop this thing, but I'm not sure, yeah. First I'm gonna go and try to... There's a dent also on my hood, yeah. Fuck. So, that's not caused by me, man. But, yeah, that's why I think it was rough, like pulling this thing and pushing this thing in. Then what should I do? Open the front optic maybe, yeah? So... I'm still recording, oh, okay, nice. Wait, there's 3 minutes left, let's cut. Okay, then let's take a vernier caliper to this guy and hopefully it'll just open up. Tighten, okay. That's quite light, man, quite easy to open. Nice. Use my fingers to like pull the thing the rest of the way out. Okay, let's put the main screwdriver back in there because I think I don't need this thing anymore. Okay. Next, you want to have tissue, and you want to be prepared to catch the optic. You don't want this thing for like falling on the floor, yeah. So put this thing away. Wow. I did not expect this guy to also fall out. You have this guy and this guy. Okay. This and this optic is fucking huge, man. Look at the size of this thing. This thing is like on its own bigger than the Jupiter 8M, I think. And this thing has fucking grease everywhere. Okay. No shit, this lens. You next probably want to open up the other bits, because this is quite oily inside, I think, yeah. And oily lenses usually don't last that long because they have fungi all the time. The blades have a ton of oil, so I'm gonna have to open those bits up. Now let's refer back to the MF forums or MF lenses forum. And let's see if you open the front bit out, what will happen. This thing, and you have this. You can open that thing out, then you can unscrew this. Where'd you get to the aperture ring? Those things. Not sure. How deep is that thing? It's fucking deep, man. It's like 7.45 cm. For example, you can like remove this guy. Let's see how deep you can go with this. 7.45 minus 2. What's this? 2.75? 2.85. 2.85. This is just me being lazy, but you can see this. You can probably not see it, but let's show you. See that on there is a calculator, and I stuck that thing on the wall because I was like tired of opening calculator like on the PC. Yeah, that's why. So 4.6 cm, and this thing's probably not tall. Let's see. On the edge, yeah. This thing is 4.6, 4.6. Fuck, man, that's quite long. I'm quite deep. It's on the edge of what the student do. Let's hope I can like do it. Yeah. So I'm gonna swap the spindly thingies with a real hex nut. So let's find the small plastic that I came with. Because this thing's quite a big piece, and I'm not confident in my hands like screwing down that hard. Okay, so the battery is dead, my C6. I'm lucky that I actually have bought 2 of them. And what the fuck is wrong with the timer, man? It's like 33 seconds left. So, not sure. I think my memory card's out there, but I'm not 100% sure. So, let's continue with this guy while I watch the timer on the camera. I think it is like finished with the memory. But this thing's like a 64 gig XQT card, man. How the fuck do you finish 64 gigs in like 2 days? You sure, man? Okay, so this might sound a bit fucked up, but I just lost my what you call this thing? Nikon Series E CLA video, because I was like cleaning the memory card of this guy, and somehow I accidentally clicked delete twice. I think Sony's method of like delete then press down and enter is a bit more safe than Nikon's like jellyfish button where you press it and just press it again. But okay, so we're not gonna have a Nikon Series E video, but we are gonna have a Jupiter 21M video. So here we go, continuing. Shit. So now let's clean this optic. This is quite dirty, I'd say. At least you can see where the fuck the fungi is, man. Because the optic's such a huge optic. on the front. Okay, pretty clean. Now I'm gonna, those things are not perfect, yeah, because I'm gonna go and open the front ring now. I'm just gonna clean the fungi out so it doesn't continue to like eat away the optics. Why is this thing not? Oh yeah, it's okay. So let's just do this. Then let's size this thing up with the lens ring. Okay. And I shall tighten this guy down. Quite hard. Same with this guy. I remember these two being on the same side, but I'm not sure why the heck these things are like on opposite sides now. So what the hell would it be? Let's just focus on opening this ring. It's quite easy actually, this ring, yeah? Quite light. And after this thing comes out, you should be able to like open up the what you call this thing, the hood. Should be out. Yeah, okay, see. There's your hood holder thingy. And now you also have like a small ring under this thing, yeah? Which is supposed to be held by screws, I think, but there's no screw here, so let's go. Unscrew this guy. I'm pretty sure Nikon Z6 should actually have like a beep when it cuts the recording on its own, yeah, but I think because I use silent shooting and Nikon does not have the shutter mode, it has like a silent mode, so the whole camera just silence up, and I think that's why it doesn't do anything. I mean, doesn't beep or anything, yeah, when I'm using it, and it just cuts off. So yeah, the only thing you know when the Nikon cuts off is the eyepiece just vibrates and it just cuts off. Then you have this guy, which is okay. Then you have this guy, and then you have this ring. Okay, let's put them over here. Next, what you have? You have this little ring. Then after you have that thing right there. Okay. Can this thing not just come off? Not sure. And his back thing also is slipped, no? What the heck? So, I think I'm supposed to tighten the ring a bit more. Now this, okay, it's dirty, but it's not straight anymore. Yeah, I think they drilled the holes in, not straight, and that's why this is what's happening. But okay, let that happen. Now I'm gonna focus on the front. The front, to open this thing up, I'm not sure how the heck you do that, yeah, but I think you can use these screws on the side of this focus ring. Let's focus this guy to infinity first. So it, yeah, focus this to infinity. Unscrew these screws. Heck man, that half of the grub screw just broke apart. Let's try the other half. Okay, that's turn. Next you wanna open this screw up. Don't say they're all like half screws, man, not full screws. Can't even see what this thing is. This thing is... What the fuck kind of a screw is that, man? This is what I would call a broken screw. What the heck? Yeah, okay, so you're not supposed to open this ring up because this one screw is half dead, that screw is also dead. You're not gonna be able to open this thing. Just do not. If you do, you risk like not being able to put this thing back together again. And that's something I do not want to risk. Okay. Now we'll try to do the aperture then. Try using some bar or some plastic bit. Maybe, let's see. Plastic bit. How wide is that thing? You can probably open that thing with some long screwdriver, but I'm not sure. Let's see. No, it's not gonna work. I think the only way out for this guy is to clean the aperture manually. So that means I'm gonna open the back again. Then I'm gonna go wipe the apertures also from the front and the back, one by one until they essentially finish the oil. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the video and come back when I'm done. Okay, we're back, and so let's continue putting this thing back together again, yeah? I'm back to where I started just now, which is with the optics just in pieces, basically. I'm just gonna put this thing back in, like this, yeah? And so now I've cleaned the rear optic again. I've cleaned the aperture plates such that they're dry. I cleaned the oil that's on the aperture, and then seems like there's nothing else inside the aperture chase, like the aperture assembly, yeah? So it seems to be fine, and I'm more than happy to use it this way. And I'm pretty sure it's not gonna have fungi in like 5 years, I think. For if you store it in a dry box, yeah, maybe even longer. So I'm just gonna do this and make sure everything is tight. Okay, next you wanna put this guy back in. I'm gonna push this thing in like this. Use that foot to kick the like slider thing in there. Then push this thing to M, F4. At this point you can probably line that thing. And this thing also should be able to slide straight in there. Unless you do this and I'm now stuck. Fucking hell. Let's unstick this guy. Or basically twist this until it goes in. And now check if it's working. Send the guy to A, M again, unscrew the screw cap, A, press, 22. Okay, it's not perfectly straight, but I'm gonna fix this soon, yeah? Once I put this thing back together, so everything's working properly. Let's cover the rear optic again. Have this slider in correctly, okay? Now let's put this guy on. Screw it to the limit. And then back off slightly. See this marking? Align these two. Then you want to screw this one in slightly, then find the hole, then max out the torque on this screw, Okay. Then rotate it to the second screw. This guy also want to max out on torque, so press it hard, firmly, and twist it. There you go. Next you have this bit done, you want to do this bit. To the max, find the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to M. Screw this thing in slightly until it touches. A bit less area. There it hits. And screw this thing in fully. Then it should not be moving, yeah? Nice. Then screw the second side in fully, and then screw this guy in a bit harder again. So this should not be moving. Nice. Everything's working. Now you want to clean the front optic. This guy has quite a lot of fungi, so I'm gonna probably use some alcohol. Or let's not use alcohol. Let's use... oh, let's just use alcohol, yeah. Alcohol. So, let's put some alcohol in this thing. I'm using alcohol because this thing's a clean, large surface that you can just wipe off. And you can wipe the front also after this with alcohol. Now you have like an alcohol layer on the top. You can wipe this thing off. Hopefully it goes away clean, yeah? Or else you're gonna have to wash this thing in the sink with water. Yeah, I think I have to go wash this guy in the sink. Maybe not, let's try wipe it a bit more. Now this is properly spotless in the back. You can start fixing the front. Wipe it off. Change station I think after this, yeah. There's one bubble inside the group, but I don't really care shit about that, yeah? Because I can't fix that. And this is properly pristine. Okay. Oh fuck. You got to drop that thing, like properly drop it. That's fun. Fuck, let's hope this is clean. Let's then find some clean object. Fuck, my hands are not clean. So let's do this. Okay. Then let's wipe this guy. This thing, where the heck does it go? It goes in like this, I think, yeah, but why is it threaded? I'm not sure. Tapping is to set the ring in now. If you push hard once, you might make the tool here slip onto the optic. If you tap slowly many times, it won't hit the optic. There you go, nice. On the front optic. The front seems sort of be up because it's the front, and the front always hits things, yeah? And this is no exception, I think. But it's actually not bad, this thing. Yeah. And also in the previous video I said that I was gonna like buy these wireless headphones or earphones. Man, I've not bought them. CLA lenses on your own without any music is like boring as fuck, man. At least like have a YouTube video in the background or something like that. This is really fucking clean, man. on the 21M, the coating's pretty much like the Helios 44, man. So that's quite interesting actually. I do not really like the coatings on the Helios 44, but I do like the ones on the Jupiters and the what you call this thing? The Helios 103. So this should be interesting, but this is my first 21M. I've never used one before, I've never seen one, and this is the first one I've bought myself. So yeah. Okay, now let's screw this guy back down. Okay, no skipping, nice. Now you want to open this thing up. The focus is okay enough, I think it's quite heavy. That's why it's like a bit heavy to turn, but it's actually not noisy, it's quite smooth. I have no problem with the focus, yeah, so I'm okay with that. This guy, you want to screw it on then, yeah. I believe this thing should have like a, what you call this thing? Should have like a gasket or something, but I don't see anything, so maybe it does need one, not sure. Stick this. Alcohol. I'm using alcohol because lighter fluid's expensive as heck, and alcohol turns out to be cheap, so I'm using this guy. Just wipe this. Oh shit, just got snagged. The threads on this thing are pretty rough, like the machine wasn't given oil or something like that. Okay, let's push this guy back in. All that's left after this is the hood. This thing has a gasket. Fuck, there's like a, what the heck, it's like a worm, man. Holy shit. Okay, I'm back, and no more worms. So what just happened was that I found like a I don't know what the heck you call that thing, man. It's like, it's not a worm, it's like the cocoon of a worm or some insect, which is disgusting. But I think it probably likes grease, I'm not sure. Probably does, yeah, because grease is eaten by fungi, by, I don't know, insects maybe. Can't guarantee though, I'm not an insectologist or something like that. I'm not even sure what you call the people that like study insects. Odd fucking people, man. This is not the hood, okay? Let's push this thing in. This is quite disgusting, I'm gonna go clean this thing up. Where's my alcohol tissue? This thing probably? Yeah, it is, okay. Let's clean this. so that you are shiny. Okay. Now let's put this guy back in and slip in. So let's loosen this guy up. Okay. Next you wanna like loosen this guy and screw this guy down. See if this thing has loosened up by a bit. It probably has, yeah. No? Okay, nice. Then let's use this clean tissue, or I assume it's clean, for the final wipe in the front. After this wipe, I declare this lens clean. Let's blow off the dust, and let's see exactly how clean. Fucking hell, man, this is like new. Look at this. That's light, and you should see this is pretty much fucking perfect, man. And this had haze, what the hell? Not bad, not bad, not bad. So yeah, thank you for watching, hope you like it. I'm gonna go fix the bent aperture pin a bit better later, yeah, because I did have a fix and it's still slightly bent. It sometimes works, but sometimes doesn't. So see, now it works, and now it's stuck. Flip it to M, it's back out. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make that thing perfect and make this whole lens perfect. Thank you for watching, hopefully you liked it, hopefully you learned a lot from this, and bye bye.